Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another Elder Scrolls 6 video. I want to thank you for all the support on my last video. And if you haven't watched it yet, I'll leave it in the description and pin comment section below. But let's get straight into these Elder Scrolls 6 updates with this article from VGC saying that the Elder Scrolls 6 may not be exclusive to Xbox, as Xbox boss Phil Spencer addresses potential Elder Scrolls 6 exclusivity. So in an interview with Bloomberg this week, Xbox boss Phil Spencer was asked whether Elder Scrolls 6 will also be an exclusive and how Microsoft decides whether it's on the right track with this release strategy. He says, "We look at it on a case-by-case basis with the games that we build," he replied. "We want to make sure our games are available in so many different places on our Xbox consoles, on PC, also via the cloud. These games can come to almost any web-enabled devices. We're looking at millions and millions of players who will have access to Starfield and other Xbox Games Studios games. It's really about giving a player choice around how they want to play and how they build their library of games." However, in November 2021 interview with Phil Spencer, Spencer appeared to suggest Elder Scrolls 6 wouldn't be available on PlayStation when he said adopting an exclusivity strategy is not about punishing any other platform. And I think with the massive success of Starfield with over 6 million players, now that 6 million players, I think over half of them never even got to the part where you join the lodge, which is about 4 hours in, and now the game really opens up. So a lot of people probably only played for like half an hour, 1 hour and put the game away. But it's still a lot of people playing Starfield, and that's what they market it as. And Starfield is still a massive success for Xbox, and with the exclusivity, a lot of people were buying Xbox Series S especially. And even some of my friends were looking to buy an Xbox Series S, and one actually did borrow an Xbox Series S from another friend so they could play Starfield. And this is what Xbox has to do with this exclusivity strategy. You make amazing games, you make them exclusive to Xbox, people are going to come to Xbox. And everybody needs, including people that only want to play on PlayStation, they need Xbox to succeed, because competition is the only way to see great games on both sides. And I have a feeling that Sony has kind of gotten comfortable, not too comfortable of course, they still have amazing games every year, they still are winning this generation in my opinion so far, but slowly with every company, once they get too comfortable, they start taking liberties, they start remaking games and putting them out full price. They start giving you half-baked games. They start giving you live service games where they keep on trying to make you spend every single penny you have. And you can see this with Sony. You can see them kind of slowly getting into that. But as of right now, they're still in a good position, of course. But we really need Xbox to succeed, and especially within the single-player game space, because for a lot of single-player games fans, we want that space to continue to grow and just have some amazing games on both Xbox and PlayStation. So in my opinion, I really think Elder Scrolls 6 should be exclusive to Xbox, just like Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind was. But continuing with the article, however, giving evidence in July as part of the Microsoft legal battles with the FTC, Spencer was vague about whether he had previously made a public statement saying the game would be Xbox only. With Elder Scrolls 6, it's so far out, it's hard to understand what the platforms will even be. We're talking about a game that's 5+ years away. Let me know in the comment section below what you think Elder Scrolls 6 should be. Should it be exclusive to Xbox? Should it come to PlayStation? And let me know your reasons why. So with Phil Spencer saying it's 5+ years away, let's kind of speculate when the release date of the game will be. So 5 years from now would be 2028. However, in closing arguments of the case, Microsoft legal counsel Beth Wilkinson mentioned that the Elder Scrolls 6 projected release is 2026 as a single player game. And this is coming from tweaktown.com, which is just referencing the Microsoft vs FTC legal battle. On day 2 of the evidentiary hearing, Xbox Gaming CEO Phil Spencer delivered testimony that said Elder Scrolls 6 is still 5+ years away, and this would be consistent with a large multi-AAA game development cycle, considering Bethesda has principally focused on Starfield's development across on an 8-year period, and that the Elder Scrolls 6 is only entering pre-production phases. However, now it was confirmed after the release of Starfield that it's now in early development. And even to this day, I mean, this was reported on a while ago, but even today, there is still no clarity on when we could actually be seeing the Elder Scrolls 6. And did you know that the Elder Scrolls 6 isn't even Todd Howard's next game? Todd Howard actually has 2 other projects he's producing, which is going to take even more of his time away from the Elder Scrolls 6. So we may even see the Elder Scrolls 6 at that later date. And remember that Phil Spencer didn't say it's either 5 years away, he said it's 5+ years away. So it could even be beyond 2028. So what is Todd Howard up to? Well, according to PCGamesN.com, Todd Howard is serving as an executive producer on Amazon's Fallout TV show. He's going to make sure that they've got everything right in terms of production, and everything that fits into the lore of the Fallout universe is correct on the show. And that does take a lot of Todd Howard's time away from the Elder Scrolls 6. But not only that, he's also an executive producer over at Machine Games for their upcoming Indiana Jones game. And the Indiana Jones game is going to be coming out way before the Elder Scrolls 6. Todd Howard also mentioned sadly that the Elder Scrolls 6 could actually be his last Elder Scrolls game due to the amount of time it takes to make a Bethesda Games Studios' game. After the Elder Scrolls 6 is released, Todd Howard is very passionate in making Fallout 5, and he's already got a vision, he says, for Fallout 5. And this was all in an IGN interview, which you can go ahead and watch on the IGN YouTube channel, a Todd Howard interview with Ryan McCaffrey, I believe. But even though he's 53 years old, and he says looking at something like Fallout 5 and Elder Scrolls 6, and it's a long way off, it's pretty weird for him. But he says that he wants to do this forever. He wants to be making games forever. And he also says that, I think the way I work will probably evolve. But look at 71-year-old Mario creator and Nintendo legend Shigeru Miyamoto. He's still doing it, Howard said. In addition to his duties on Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, he's executive producing on the new Indiana Jones games and of course Fallout TV show. And this is from GameSpot.com. So hopefully Todd Howard lives for a long time and he's still in the industry for a long time, that we could even get an Elder Scrolls 7 from Todd Howard, which is just insanely long away, as we need the Elder Scrolls 6 to release first. So how will the Elder Scrolls 6 look? Well, this week I actually found this YouTuber called Nukt, and he is just uploading some amazing Elder Scrolls Skyrim footage, and it's totally modded. I don't know what it's using. I think it's called EMB or something like that. I'm not very too familiar with mods, but the game just looks absolutely incredibly fantastic. The combat that he shows off is so much more evolved and better for the Elder Scrolls universe. I really like it. It does have that kind of anime look when he does deliver some moves, which I don't think fits the Elder Scrolls universe, but it does look absolutely incredible. There's even a AI voice, I believe, that actually voices the protagonist, and he actually made it sound like Geralt, and also he made it sound like Kratos for when he was playing as an orc, which I'll link his channel in the description and pin comments. Go ahead and check it out because you can watch his videos fully with audio. But just the visual design and the way Skyrim looks in this mod particularly just looks absolutely incredible. And when I imagine a next gen Elder Scrolls game, I do imagine it to be sort of like this. It's so different from what Skyrim vanilla base game was, and it blew my mind when I watched it the first time. He's added like flying mechanics, there's wands, there's so much, of course, with mods you can add so much different things, but I do want brand new weapon types and mechanics in the Elder Scrolls 6. And I really hope Bethesda, of course, watches these mods and kind of get some ideas of what their main game looks like. I'm sure a lot of people will be watching this mod and not like the presentation of it, and of course wouldn't want Elder Scrolls 6 to be like this, and of course I wouldn't want Elder Scrolls 6 to be exactly like this, but just seeing the visuals of this mod and what they made just Skyrim into is just incredible. And I would like the Elder Scrolls 6 for when the first time we see it to give us that feeling of wow, this looks absolutely incredible. And with a lot of gameplay mechanics and features, we can look to Starfield to see and kind of have like a teaser of what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to adopt from that game. So go ahead and check out Nukt. I'll leave it in the description and comment section below. And please use the comment section below to let me know what features do you want to see in the Elder Scrolls 6. Go in depth with it. Let me know properly, like, what do you want to see? What you believe it's actually going to be in the game? What you want to see adopted from Starfield in terms of mechanics and gameplay, and the alternatives for Elder Scrolls 6's starship building. What do you think is going to be unique to the Elder Scrolls 6, which we did mention in my last Elder Scrolls 6 video, which again I'll leave in the comment section description. Go ahead and watch that. And the comment section, a lot of people did put in some really good suggestions, which I want to thank you for that. Please use this comment section. Please go ahead and watch my last video and leave it in that comment section too. And guys, thanks so much for watching. Peace out, God bless. Hope to see you in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.